21:27. And he said unto them, thus said Yahweh, power of Israel, put every man his sword by his side, and go in and out from the gate to gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor. You understand? Alright? And the Levites, and the children of Levi did according to the word of Moses, and there fell of the people that day about 3,000 men. You understand? So the Lord is very serious when it comes to his business. Alright? That is why today people going through what they're going through. Alright? The end is near. Alright? The mark of the beast is right here to the north.
In 2 Chronicles 15 verse 13.
But those my enemy would not that I should reign over them, bring them quick and slay them before me. That's what I Messiah. Alright, that's in the book of Matthew. The Lord had a time with your feelings or how you feel. You're supposed to do what you was made to do. And if you're not doing what you was made to do, you bust your throat. You're to death. You understand? I can plant a tree to grow fruit and he ain't grow no fruit, I'll cut him down. And you, oh, why you doing that? Why you doing that? It's a good tree. It's my tree, I planted, you understand? The Lord to do whatever he wants. Alright? It's blasphemy to say that the devil and the Lord fight in heaven. That's blasphemy. You understand? That's madness. There's a prophecy that we're about to come to pass when the Lord come with death. Tells them. Understand? That's blasphemy. That prophecy come to pass as yet. Because which heaven you're talking about it? The heaven in the sky, the birds fly in heaven. Some idiot might say them birds is the angels. You understand? Alright? That one. See that? Yeah.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 7. It says, unto you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power.
Alright, that's what I say. The Lord say, Matthew, but those my enemy which was not that I should reign over them, bring them quick and kill them before me. Because when the Messiah come back here, he come in here to say, I want to hear what this one other say and that one other say. He come in here to establish the kingdom of heaven quick. He want to done away this madness quick. He can come in here quick to put an end. And that's how he come down here like a madman. He can roll like a lion. He can ball. You know? Destroy this kingdom quick. Hey, deal, hey, kill that, hey. You know? They can come and pass the orders quick, deal with it, hey. Get rid of the people quick. I want to see them. I want to see them. And that day the scripture say, many will come to me in that day and say, Lord, we use a prayer, you heal people and things. Just say, you wicked part for me. When the Lord come here, he come here like no little toy thing. You know? Come here to destroy and conquer. And he come back here for them that care for him. And the scripture says, if you love me, you'll keep my commandment. Yeah.
Isaiah 24 verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattered abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied, utterly spoiled, for the Lord had spoiled this word.
The Lord might have come
had spoken this word, sorry.
Yeah, the Lord might have come so and just drop the whole chariot and crush the whole half of the island. You see this whole part here, I just gonna drop my chair and just crush the whole part that happens here and grind it and then jump up and tear shit up. Because the scripture says you turn it upside down.
Yeah, can't.
You understand?
Yeah, that's all a bit more. Verse 4. The earth mourned and faded away. The world languished and faded away. The whole earth do languish. Right, that is it.
Yeah. So you people will say, because we see mouthpiece right now. So when he come in the talk, I didn't know, one time, cut off here one time. You understand? Come here to deal with you people quick. So you people are like, speed up and learn this thing, come and understand what we're saying and get right. Because when they come here like no little hen or no hen fake man. Come here, they come in here in a god-like and demon-like power. Yeah.
This is 2 Corinthians 13. 2 Corinthians 13. This is the third time that I am coming to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. I told you before and foretell you, as if I were present the second time, and they that sin no I write to them that henceforth have sinned, and to all others, that if I come again I will not spare.
And that's plain. That's plain. Right, so Paul here right now. You understand? So that was his plain here.
It's Matthew 10 verse 34. Take note that I am come to send peace on earth. I am not come to send peace but a sword.
Alright, so the Lord warned you. And that was about 2,000 years ago. He warned you. So when he come back here, the Lord said, I will come back as a man. I come back in a different form. You understand? The brother come here, come in our lower state, he died for each and every Israelite, mainly the elect. You understand? He didn't do that in vain. So you can come back here and tear shit up. You understand? He come back here and spare nobody, no child. No man, no old. Cut off here the one here, and you want to hear that. You want to hear that. You understand? Anyway,
I appreciate it. Go ahead.
Hosea 13 verse I said verse 7. It says, therefore I will be unto them as a lion, and as a leopard by the way will I observe them. I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps, and I will rend the core of their heart, and I will devour them like a lamb. The wild beast shall tear them.
Yeah, that's why he whole garment gonna be bloody. Because you gonna lay he physical hand and he tear you in half. He rip you to shreds. Come back like a beast. You understand? He come back here like no thing. You understand? He come back here like basically, you understand? All you have words that we telling you right now and the scriptures to back us up. You understand?
What? Come near, ye nations, to and hearken, ye people, and all that is there. The world, he had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them into his slaughter. He had delivered them to the slaughter. I'll jump down to verse 5. God shall be buried in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fat of kidneys of the rams and of the. For the Lord, a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
And they go through the atmosphere. Come back down. That's basically what you're talking about there. You understand? He go pay the sword in heaven. You understand? And when he misses them hit, God dash you people to pieces. That's what the scripture say, the eyes in the hole shall melt, that the tongue shall melt in the mouth. The flesh shall consume while they stand on your feet. You understand? You understand? Amos 4, I think it's 12. The Lord say, O Israel, prepare to meet your maker. You understand? You are the people that are the curse. You understand? So even you, that sword is being prepared for you. You understand? Not to the pastor I'm telling you to worry, brother. God love you. You know? You could tell me to go watch a faggot and say, don't worry, my brother. God love you. You're supposed to be put to death.
It's Isaiah 42 verse 13. Yahweh shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stop jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, he shall roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace, Now I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once.
Right? So the Lord says you only need peace. I say, I shall hold my tongue no more as touching your wickedness. If you get that in Jeremiah and the Apocrypha. He says, you're not going to hold your tongue no more as touching you people's wickedness. When he come here, right? When he come, ball.
Right here.
Instead of ball and you're like a madman. You might hear, understand? His voice is deep. You might hear his voice, you might hear him balling.
I will make waste mountains and hills and drop all their herbs. And I will make their rivers islands and I will dry up the pools.
You understand? Like certain like Bermuda. Alright, a hurricane pass and I hold it and no river, no sea there. You understand? And I go back to the famine and pestilence. Right? That what the Lord declared that is going to happen to you people, and it's going to happen. Alright? You want no food, no water, no peace, and no love and no prosperity for you people. And that's what you people mind on. Making money. Alright, living it up. I'm better than you. You poor. You are nobody. Understand? Now the rich does look at us. Understand?
Isaiah 34 verse 8. For the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land become burning pitch.
That go back to America after the nuclear. Now what the scripture talk about the vision of the city is darkness. Right?
Hey, listen this now. Go back to that series again in street. When it did, they actually shut off the missiles. And they were actually quoting from Revelation 6. When it said that the sun shall be darkened. Because because what's going on, they're saying that basically everything they eat right now is GMO. It's GMO because why? They have no sunlight to bring forth. And that is what's going to happen in the time to come. Natural food. Natural food, yes, sir.
So this is Amos chapter 1 verse 9. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, and remembered not the brotherly covenant.
Right? Read over the verse back.
Amos chapter 1 verse 9. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, and remembered not the brotherly covenant.
Right? The scripture in Psalm, what David said, Lord, remember, that's what, Psalms 37? 137.
137 says, Lord, remember Edom in this day of Jerusalem that said, raise it, raise it, now into the foundation.
Right? Can. Alright, so the Lord, so like what we're doing right now, we constantly reminding the Lord, remember Edom, because we are these souls that is just crying out unto the Lord daily. Alright?
I can say this way, we also say one to time lands I don't know how many technicians are soon or sent to captivity. You understand there was one who soon or sent to Edom, right here on this side. Right? So you say that even the Tyrus and Zidon, because scripture say will thou render me a recompense, speedily and swift there a recompense back on your head. So all these nations going and getting to touch the
Scripture to back it up is what I say, you shall go to captivity.
I read it down from 11. Amos 1 and 11. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Right, so the number 1 is you Hamitic nations, the so-called Africans, and for 2, you the so-called Edomites. Alright, you pursue your brother. So really and truly, we are your twin brother, according to scripture. You pursue after us with the sword. Alright? Come with your guns, put us in slavery. You understand? Send your dogs to chase us. You understand? I can't talk about you either, Mike, because your sin is infinite. Right? So
Hey, they're sinning right now because they have us, they steal us and they brought us into this land and they still have us in their captivity. The scriptures say that if a man be stolen and be found in the captivity, he shall be put to death. When Yahweh shall come, he's gonna find us in the captivity of the so-called white man. Him even trying to put us into more captivity. We already in bonds, and he trying to put more bonds by passing the mark of the beast, which is the chip.
No, need that other bond spirit. We iniquity basically done in already, and he still have us here. And then not only that, he looking to get wipe you out.
Can't.
You understand? Because he's a blasting murderer from the beginning.
Can't. Because his plan is to seal us in abomination. Because by taking the chip, it means to say that we bow down. Because that's what it says. They that worship the beast and accept his mark and his image shall drink of the wine and the wrath of destruction. Revelation 14. Right? So just how his plan is to make us totally abominable. Right? Because what the scripture say that they do? They go and they pray by the Magi and by the Chaldeans, the magician and so on, and the soothsayers. They pray to Yahweh and say, hey, look at them. You can't, you promise the kingdom to them. Right? But they're abominable to you. You understand? That's what they're doing. So it's a trap. It's a gin and a snare. But the scripture said they will fall into their own trap.
Ezekiel 39, verse 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore I hid my face from them, and gave them into the hand of the enemies, so fell they all by the sword. So according to what that's saying, right? They're trying to keep us in that disobeying, to keep in that captivity, because they don't know. By the time we disobey laws, statutes, and commandments, we remain in bondage. So they're trying to make it like everything because we file. All the time, every day we file. So they start with the school system going on and on and on. Everything they do, they're implementing it. So always on that.
How they say the drowning means sin, basically. And the tutor, basically, them to the bottom, them rock bottom. And the elect, them go be, how they say, on a kind of float. Because we can't come out there unless you don't take we out there.
Hey, but that's important. The importance of Yahweh Shai, because every day we sin. The clothes that we have on is sin. The food that we eat is sin. Right? So that's why it says there's no
What shall be able to separate us from the love of God?
no, and they were saying that there's no judgment or who could judge the Most High's elect. You understand? Because Yahweh Shai already died for our sins. We providing that we are of the elect, we indemnify the sin. That's why it goes on to say, sir, careful to or propitiation to add sin onto sin. Because once you have the understanding that we indemnify the sin, right? You can willingly go out there and abuse that liberty. They speak about that in the scriptures.
To touch on what the Bible was saying, basically how they try to keep us defiled, they try to keep the earth defiled too, because they know that the Most High don't like uncleanness. You understand? Iniquity is abomination and filth. So basically, like in Independence Day part one, when the chariots was coming, this fella who helped defeat the angels in the chariots, when he was saying he get high, he get drunk, whatever the case is, and he said maybe if we pollute the earth, maybe they wouldn't want the earth. You understand? You know they always bring these things in heights. So what they try to do, they try to pollute the chosen people and try to pollute the earth so the Most High will come back. But the Most High is fire, so he come in to clean the place.
The cleanse. Yeah. I'm one of our precepts.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 19. Says, for horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Right?
Yeah, horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation.
Yes. Yeah, so horrible is the end of an unrighteous generation, because the scripture says to fall in the hands of the Most High. But it's a terrible thing to fall in the hands of the Most High.
Alright, so like if I can add to it, because this is the same wicked generation from back then. The same generation that was worshipping them, that turned to Aaron when Moses went up to get the commandments, and they turned to Aaron to make the golden calf. They took all the earrings and the golds and made the golden calf. Right, that same adulterous generation, where after the Most High showed his majesty by all the miracles through the hands of Moses, right? Part the Red Sea and deliver them. You understand? And they came on the next side, and they still went to worship back the idols of Egypt. Right? There's the same generation come back again. Right? There's the same Sodomite see. You understand?
Yes, sir. This John 8 verse 44. Say here, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father will you do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
But see, that's really actually the white man program. God programmed him to be the son of the wicked. So there are no good. What good thing to come from an unclean thing? Or wicked thing?
No, that's in Ecclesiastes. I have that scripture.
That's really the white man program. This ship, right, in the peanut gland, it was programmed to be absolutely wicked. So don't look for no good thing from him. If you see any good thing, it's because you're being seen. You're not cool, you're not being. You understand? Okay, you can't see. If you see good things come over me, something wrong with you. You understand? The white man goal is to be like Satan. But he Satan, do fulfilling his will, fulfilling the most high will. You understand?
This Genesis 4 verse 7. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt be without him.
So sin, right now, as we speak, sin right at the door. Sin right before our face. You understand? Right in front of our face. And it is up to we now to strengthen yourself, strengthen your mind, you have to accept it or not to accept it. You understand? Because in these times that we're living in right now, it is weak flesh, gender, and darkness. Right? Weak. That's why we so tuned in the scriptures. So the Lord put our spirit on it.
Right.
Because basically we are saying to generations, you understand? But the Lord gave an example why people should give young body, because he say ask the old parts. You understand? This is 2 Peter 2 verse 5. And spared not the whole world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So the Most High gave an example why you shouldn't live ungodly, because that's what I saw you don't like it. Right? So if you live ungodly, think it's going to destroy you, and the so-called white man, he will not do this. Right? He just wants to be like a little spoiled child, do whatever he wants to do, and throw his tantrums. You understand? But you keep throwing your tantrum, the Most High going and throw back one. Because what they like to show in his words, the movie Exodus, with Moses, they like to class the Most High as a little child, so you throw one. But guess what? The Most High is the bigger brother and he's the boss. So if you want to throw a tantrum, you're going to get some clout. You understand?
That is why the Most High said, men, the Most High can show, hey, I have men out there who would die for me. When Esau started to see men taking a black sword to the neck, so I can get bumped. And the Lord said, oh, man, Esau, I greater than you. My same madman and you lock up. And they're going to put them and die for me, boy. You understand? Like now what the scripture says, when the overflowing spirit shall come upon the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. You understand? And Lord, hopefully, in the days of trial and tribulation, the Lord use me to lift up that standard, you know?
Our piece of prayer. The Psalms chapter 7 verse 14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and had conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit, and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he had made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own fate.
Yeah, so the table is going to turn. Alright, all the mischief, all the traps, all the booby traps that the so-called white man set for us, they go fall back on them. From birth.
From birth on our system, everything.
Yeah, from birth. Scripture says we go be born men and born women. Curse when they come in and curse when they go out.
I don't know if it was a video or what I can't remember if it was one of the brothers was saying it. Like the Georgia guy, so that he set up. The most high going and turn that against you. You setting up a new world, or how about the most high setting up one too? But his word shall stand his or yours.
You will always be order. So we can destroy our whole half. Well, more than half population of the earth will be order. You understand? So when the Lord pass the order, we can go there and depopularize the earth and start afresh with the start with the hope for the elect.
And guess what? The most high could do that because he's the creator of all. You understand? It's not unlawful for him to do what he wants with things. But you can't do that. You don't have the permission to do that.
Who's a clean man?
It says Psalms 10 verse 13. Wherefore doeth the wicked contemn the Most High? He had said in his heart, thou wilt not require it.
But the scripture says, yeah, bring it.
Psalms 52 verse 1 says, why boastest thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of the Most High endureth continually. The tongue deviseth mischief, like a sharp razor working deceit. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lie rather than to speak righteousness. Salah.
Yeah. So everything that basically come from the white man, his so-called creation, his so-called devices, because we're not ignorant of the devil devices, of Satan devices. You know, everything is a lie and abomination. Everything that he does. Understand? Yeah.
Psalms 50 verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue pray with deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. But I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes.
Now what the scripture says, which God can you compare me to? You can't compare the Most High to yourself.
Who shall be my equal?
Yeah? Who shall be my equal? You understand? You deceive your own brother, which is the Negro. You understand? Your own twin brother. Alright? You put your own people in captivity. You understand? You broke the brotherly covenant.
This is Isaiah 14 verse 17. That verse 16. It said, "Then I see thee shall now look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners?" It's like as the brother was quoting earlier on, going back to Lamentation, the time when our iniquity had an end. Esau didn't cease from oppressing us. You understand? Because he had no sight, he's of our hardcore slavery. And now at the end of it, Esau tried to totally destroy us by playing that trick on us. I want to reduce the world population, which the majority of the world population consists of Israel anyway. Alright? So he had no open house and prisoners. Alright? It says, all the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
That's right. Priest Affair.
So as we say, Esau ain't gonna be with them in burial. After 1,000 years of slavery, all them nations gonna go back to their land. But Esau, the scripture saying Ezekiel 39, after many days thou shalt be visited. Understand? So you're gonna be visited, and all the house that Esau go back to Obadiah 1 and 18 gonna be destroyed.
You know what that is? Like hopelessness. Like hopelessness. The
They
Lord
says no repentance.
can't. The most high prophesy hopelessness. You know, it's just to know you're going into slavery and to know that at the end of slavery you're not going to get free. You're just going to get put to death.
Hey, the scripture says the end of a thing is better than the beginning.
Yeah.
But being so.
Hey, I want to read a little something there, and I sure it's an Edomite to write this. So like, just be a minute.
Just so. I'll let him one read as again. Right? Go I'm one call too.
Yeah, right.
There's Psalms, going back in Psalms 52 verse 4, it says, "Thou lovest all devouring words, but thou deceitful tongue. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai shall destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living." Selah.
Hey, so like I don't know if how much of the brothers see the video pop up in the group where the Edomite pull out the gun on the well they say he pull out a gun on the IIC think called the IIC camp say that taught him that you know that there's no salvation for Esau. You understand? We're vexed for. Is the Lord said we didn't say it, the Lord said it. We just the mouthpiece of the Lord. Right?
Yeah, so let me just read this, right? This is the book of Obadiah. That's just a little intro in the book, right? I sure it's an Edomite to write this. The struggle that began in the womb between twin brothers Esau and Jacob eventuated in a struggle between their respective descendants, the Edomites and the Israelites. For the Edomites' stubborn refusal to aid Israel, first during the time of wilderness wandering, Numbers 20:14 to 21, and later during a time of invasion, they are wrongly condemned by Obadiah. This little known prophet describes their crime, tries their case, and pronounces their judgment. Total destruction. You understand?
This is on the One Bible Dictionary. It says what? Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of the great future judgment. See notably Isaiah 34:5, 6, Isaiah 63:1. It says she is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God.
So what are y'all about Shem Yahushai?
That evil bitch.
That's justice right there.
And to prove it, because they're really deceitful, and they're so foolish. That's like in Jeremiah, where you say, you tell them, if heaven can be measured, and earth searched out, or heaven searched out, then the children of Israel go and see some in our nation. And he tried to do it.
He's trying, still trying.
Yeah, he's trying to do it. Right? So, according to Ezekiel, they say, he knew that he went to captivity because he bring the commandments. So he's trying to keep free in that state to do the same thing. Yeah, it's not the same if it already continue. But most of the time it's done.
So I'll have a precept for it.
This is Psalms of the 92 and verse 7. It says, "When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever."
Khan.
It's Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 16. Therefore they sacrifice upon their net, they burn incense unto their drag, and that is like what? Like we always say them Edomite, them always catching some big ass fish when they catching them too. You understand? They throw the ashes inside the water. But anyways, for Esau to get rich, what Esau is be doing? Esau is be actually doing them sacrifices unto Molech. Alright? Like in the book Go. That's how Esau is be getting riches by making sacrifices unto devils. Alright? It says, because by them their portion is fat and their meat plenteous, shall they therefore empty their net and not spare continually to slay the nations? So by us Esau portion is made fat. Esau is gonna release us out in it. Alright? That is why he try to get us to war continuously. So in his mind, somebody give a Jeremiah 20, in his mind, once he keep Israel sinning, Israel gonna stay in, but he understand the grace that the Most High give us. Understand?
Revelation chapter 18 verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold and of silver and of precious stones and of pearls and of fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all things thank.
Yeah, and it don't start because everybody pulling away from using the US dollar.
Can't.
It don't start. Go ahead.
Wood and all manner vessels of ivory and manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble. Yeah, okay, submit, right?
Yeah, this is
This is Jeremiah 6:20. It says, in those days and in that time, said Yahweh, the iniquity of Israel shall be so full, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them whom I reserve.
Yeah, the Lord gonna pardon them whom we serve, and the Lord pardon us right now. So when Esau gonna look through us over the accusers of our brethren, he ain't gonna have nothing to accuse us of. Understand? Because the scriptures say, as he is pure, we also gonna purify ourselves. Right? And that is what we're doing right now, purifying ourselves to labor to enter into the chariots. Right? That is what we're looking forward to make it out of here. Right? But Esau don't understand that. Esau mind. Esau know the scriptures, but Esau only know the physical and the carnal part of it. Esau don't understand the spiritual part of it. Esau don't understand, I guess, so he had nothing to do to prevent the Most High from delivering Israel.
Right.
These are 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. It says, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth.
Yeah, we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Alright, you can't do nothing, just like Balaam. Balaam couldn't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, all he could have done was bless Israel. And that is what we're going to turn. The Lord going to turn all cursing into blessing. Alright, so no matter how much you try to do against it, it ain't going to happen. Understand?
If I could say this, you trying to curse Israel, really and truly you're cursing yourself. Because the scriptures say when our father Isaac was blessed, Jacob he say, cursed be all that curse thee. You understand? So all the curses that came up upon everybody that curses us, we don't get cursed plus the curses that we have. So you know what's going on with all the nations, eh?
All is so destroyed.
My God. All the cook.
I have a precept.
This is Acts chapter 5 and verse 38. It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this world be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of Yahweh, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
Yes, so this work is not the work of men, right? But it works of the Most High. Where you share the Pharisees. The baptism of John, who it was from? From men or the Most High? All our blessings, everything that we get from the Most High, right? The doctrine, right? The personality, right? The full truth, everything but the truth comes from the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
Right? They don't have nothing you people could do against this, or they could stop the mighty force, which is Yahweh. Nope, I don't think so. That's some
Precept after.
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 14 verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them who captives, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and shall
go back to Revelation 18 verse 9 and 10. Right? We belong to you, other nations, you all had us in captivity. We was paying tributaries to you all, but you all going to be our captives. All the blasted Edomites, Moabites,
The Babylonians, the Assyrians, Greco-Romans.
yeah, read the whole of Jeremiah 49, they tell all the judgment. Go ahead.
and they shall rule over the oppressors.
Yeah, we're going to rule over our oppressors, and Esau going to get real jet. You understand? Every day we just going to be beating Esau for fun. Right? The so-called white man, they're going to have a national Edomite beating day. You understand? Yeah, that's
Let me get this one. This is Numbers 23, verse 19. No, verse 23, sorry. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what had God wrought? Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey and drink the blood of the slain.
So yeah, you don't know they could do against the children of Israel. And like that dream that I had where basically lions was moving some other animals, right? And the lions' eyes they was going. You know the dream was kind of funny towards me, you know, the lions, some of them had 2 or 3 heads, but the thing is, the lions was tearing up the other animals that was around them, right? And going on further into the dream, the lions telling to the men to do the works out here, right? So when I wake up from the dream, going back to scriptures, all I could think about was basically the other animals was the other nations, right? And we are the lions, going back to the scripture that the brother now read, right? So yeah, that is what going on happening. They say Benjamin is a reverse foot. We going on tear shit up. Right? We going on tear shit up. And that is a lot of all your that is all your recompense. That is the only payback all you're going to get.
That also go for some Israelites who know the scriptures. They have become alienated.
Marie, this is what I was looking for here. Because you're saying that they could do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, right? This is Ecclesiasticus 39:18. At his commandment is done whatsoever pleaseth him, and none can hinder when he will see him. Understand? So when the Most High coming to see, there's nothing they can do. Because the amount of sins that you could try to get Israel to do, it ain't gonna work. Have nothing you can do when the Lord stretched towards his hand. Understand?
In Romans, when he says the Most High justified, Romans 8, says who can do anything towards his elect?
Towards his elect.
Yeah. This is
If the Most High first will come against us.
this is Judith. Where is my second? Say one thing to be voice good. Go ahead.
Job chapter 34, verse 39, it says, when he giveth quietness, it says, when he giveth quietness, who can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold it? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only.
Yeah, so when the Most High could do whatever he want, nobody can say, hey, why doest thou? That is the reason why they call it the Most High. Right? This is Most High because really and truly, Most High don't need us, we need him.
Contrary to popular Christian belief.
Lamentations
When the Lord say, when he knocking at the door, open unto him, you don't have no choice. So don't feel it, well, nah, I ain't got it had no choice. Once the Lord call you, come in. Alright, you have to come.
Yeah.
You have no choice in the matter. Alright? And if you fall up from this shoe, guess what? That wasn't choice neither. That was the will of the Most High. The Most High just wanted to get rid of you. Doing some house cleaning. There's no choice in serving the Lord. Alright? There's no free will in this. When it comes to the Most High, you have no free will. Because if it have free will, then it wouldn't have no consequence after. Right? When I say just like Jonah. Understand?
It's Lamentations chapter 3 verse 38. Out of the
Hey,
mouth.
like with Saul. God tells Saul go and kill every living thing in Amalek, and Saul didn't do it. And what happened? He's carrying that Saul. You have no choice in the matter when it comes to the Most High. Alright? You just see calling the stars by name and they come with fear. They're trembling.
Lamentations chapter 3 verse 38. Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good.
Yeah, evil and good. So you had a fear. So Javi says that just put things to the hands of the Most High. Especially when you see the prophecies fulfilled in front of your face, you have a fear. Alright? Because you know that Jacob's trouble coming soon. And you are a hope that your lot in that day is a good lot. Whether it be death or life. When I say a good lot, hope that the Most High with you. Whether in life or death, hope that the Most High with you. Because guess what? The Most High ain't with you.
Wherefore doth 11 man
And
come.
that is why we're doing this. We ain't doing this for money. We ain't doing this for glory. We're doing this to get the hell out of here.
That's right.
Alright? That is why we're doing this, to get the hell out of here. Because people ain't understanding what's going on right now. Alright? That what the scriptures say the kingdom of heaven is like unto a mustard seed. Or even a grain of leaven that a woman hid in flour. The reason why it hid, because why? Nobody ain't gonna know that guess what? There's the kingdom of heaven being built right here. The only people who are gonna know there's the kingdom of heaven is people that are part of the kingdom of heaven. Alright? They're gonna know. But to the average tutor, they ain't gonna know that there's the kingdom of heaven. Because why? We hid with the most side. The scripture talk about his hidden ones. Alright? And the only time they're gonna realize it is then when that mustard seed, that mustard tree grow. Alright? And then that is basically when the elect coming down. That is when the scripture in Wisdom of Solomon 5 says, this here, there is the mustard tree, there is the man of the Lord, there is the kingdom of heaven. That when the scripture said that people shall be willing to be of thy power, they listening now. So that is why the scripture said, bring forth fruit, be for repentance. You know the business about 2/3 of Israel. The Lord said, don't give that which is holy unto dogs.
That's right.
So really and truly, we out here speaking parables just like our Lord Yahushua did.
That's right.
Speak parables to the people, which was their judgment, but break down the scriptures onto the elect, which was the 12 disciples and the 70, so that they could understand it. He said what? For unto you it was given to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it was not given. Alright? Alright? Because why? What he said that David said, let their tables be a snare unto them. Alright? Because they choose not to return the most in their heart, the Lord gave them over unto a reprobate mind. Here people thinking that the economy gonna get better and crumbling. Here people thinking that hey, you can just do whatever you want and it has no consequences, mate. Alright? This democracy where it's like people can just do whatever the hell they want. They realize that goes back to an occultic practice. Do as thou will, go back to Alistair Crowley. Alright? Do as do whatever you feel like. We are our own people. Understand? This is not democracy with the most side. Right?
Speak up,
Because you know we're not receiving any sense with people works that we do. There's some time coming, they're going to have to pay for what you did. You understand? Every secret thing. We talk about in Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13. Alright, every work, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Amos chapter 6 and verse 1 says, woe to them that are easy in Zion, trust in the mountains of Samaria, and name chief of the nation of Israel. Woe unto you all that are ease right now.
Speak a little louder, please.
You understand? You all that are ease right, you all that are at ease right now, woe unto you all in that day. You understand? Because you're not going to be easy in that, you're going to be uneasy in that day. Right? You're going to be going to famine, destruction. Alright? And you're going to people run that the most high run. Right? You know what Israel going on get? Israel really getting a premeditated catastrophe. You see that basically how some of them they ain't getting that legs right about now. Most I just say, but you know sometimes you let a child do until that fire basically go inside of it and then start, because you know when your hand comes down now it's heavy.
Just have long time holding my peace. I will not be praying anymore. Lord coming down now to bring judgment. That's right. Understand? That judgment gonna be sweet like honey.
We try we best to get away from that lick, so you know that why we doing evil. Say just now.
And that is why we are the come we serve blessed. The most side give we that heads up. Destruction coming. And you're talking about dreams. I actually get a dream like that. That basically martial law breaking out. And it so happened that soldiers was coming for us. And a general in the army come and give your heads up, see what is going on. When we come in for him. So they'll take you out of here now. He come and give your heads up. And the most I know, give your heads up. Watch now coming to the judgment to me. or they clean up all the act. Understand? Most I give tutors warning, look at tutors. Half of them, 3/4 of them out here believe that their judgment gonna be probably 10, 20 generations down the road. 8, 10, 20 generations down the road, if it was ever so, people might forget that the Bible ever existed. Because that is what's going on right now. Or they didn't realize that the Bible is slowly fading from our hearts. Look at the churches. The people in churches is not because they're going to serve the Most High, it's because they're looking to sow a blasted seed to get some kind of benefit. You understand? That is all there is going to church to do, to sow a seed, to see if I can get a better house, a better car, a wife, a husband. Because if you know what kind of house in church, you understand? That's why the scripture says, the fear of Moses talk about the precepts of it. Yes, and the scripture says, you know not the Most High. Hosea 8 and I believe it's 3 said they will, not 3, but somewhere around there, they said what, they return but not unto me. They return unto the Most High. Alright? And you know what make tutors so stupid too? You know make them so, especially black woman. When a man talking to a black woman, hey, she will down to the core wherever that man saying. She will proof. But when you tell she that the Lord not white, she no business about that. He my heart. So it don't matter what color he is. So now if they gain a white image and the scriptures say he's black, you think something wrong? That ain't resonated in all your mind?
Okay, just say they didn't think. They don't think at all.
It's like the head hollow. So like when they hear it one ear, it doesn't whoop come through the next side like right there. Those stay inside, it don't reverberate inside your brain. The scripture said the Lord black. The scripture said he was a Hebrew man. So why they gave you a white man to worship with a Greek name? That ain't saying something. That ain't how about you like that ain't say something. The scripture said Israel be taken in slave ship, back into slavery by means of slave ships. And throughout history, all the people that was taken into slavery by slave ships is us. We have to call themselves African. The same people who bring all in slavery give all your books and tell you all is African. And they believe them. And they believe that, man. That makes sense. All this stone cold African.
Even the Africans reject Kenya.
You understand? The Rastas and them. The only people in that Orthodox thing is dark-skinned people, the so-called Rastas. And there's the 12 tribe of Israel. They have apartheid, right? There's Israel. But once in January is a Judah, February, wherever. So then, you ain't gonna think that way now. Nobody East Indians, Chinese, so-called white man. Them born in a month in the year too, so them gotta be Israel. You people don't think, or they don't use all their head. Israel is, the scripture says, who is blind like my servant, seeing many things and doing nothing. So my people is subtle, is stupid. Israel is the most stupefied people on the planet Earth. But the planet Thailand. And the other day I said, look at my people, guess what? Only in my people. That my people is wear fringes at the borders of the garment with ribbons of blue and call upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That is my people. You people, I don't know you. You understand? Matthew 7:21, the scripture says, I never know you. Depart from me, workers of iniquity. Say the Lord Yahushai say you know you. Guess what? We sure as hell don't know you. You understand? Same thing what it was doing back to the doing now. Rejecting all the heritage to point blasted white man. The document was reading last night. This guy, Tiberius Alexander, his father. Imagine you know he's an Israelite, but you reject your heritage to make sure your sons grow up as prominent Roman citizens. Like that makes sense. And that really makes sense. The scripture says, no hand judge in hand, wicked shall not go unpunished. And the scripture says, they that be found with them shall be thrust through the sword. If you talk about them, that be punished strange apparel. You repeat that talking about your clothes you have on. Because guess what? Under these garments we have on Esau clothing. They ain't talking about that. Scripture says clothe it with the doctrine and the truth. So once you clothe it with this wisdom, the Most High gonna destroy you.
That's right.
You understand? That mark power. Alright? Once you don't have that mark, Most High gonna destroy you. Alright? The word being preached to the four corners of the earth to wake up the elect. The elect almost seen. Lord don't care about 2/3 of Israel. Scripture said don't put up your head about them that be made to die. They're made to die. So what you gonna do? Yahushua didn't care about them. Yahushua say, hey, let them alone. Leave them alone. You feel Yahushua let them blast it. Jehovah Witness. Where every Sunday they blasted down knocking and chucking pamphlet underneath your door. I know Yahushua. Yahushua, the scripture say after first and second admonition. You understand? But guess what? If all it wasn't getting only $2,000 at the end of the month, all it wasn't doing that though. Standing up with his son in the rain all them days, if all it wasn't getting paid, all it wasn't doing blasted that though. You understand? That all is so diligent talking about soldiers on the paid because all they getting paid. You understand? What we gain? All we gain is a hope or the chance of salvation. Right, and that is enough for we to come out here.
Right.
You understand? We don't need nothing else. Scripture says I could do all things by a house that strengthen me.
Right.
Once the Lord give me breath, we coming out here. You understand? Because guess what? That is the least we could do. Come out here and present our body of our living sacrifice. Scripture says can never serve him enough. You can't give the Lord enough thanks. You cannot give the Lord enough thanks for you being in this truth. You cannot. You don't even want to know the kind of things you did in your past life. Your past lives. So all you can do is just give the Lord thanks. Because if you, now guess what? You've been groomed to hate wickedness. Scripture says fear the Lord is to hate evil. If the Lord was to put you in a trance and show you all the wickedness that you've done in your life, you might kill yourself. You might even want to touch yourself. The same way the Lord wasn't looking at you, because the scriptures say, the one of more pure eyes than to behold iniquity. You understand? You might even want to look at yourself, you scorn yourself. But through the grace of the Most High, you're here. So give it the best of your ability. Go ahead.
It says Isaiah chapter 12 and 1. And in that day thou shalt say, O Yahweh, I will praise thee. Though thou wast angry with me, thine anger is turned away, and thou comfortest me. Behold, Yahweh is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid, for Yahweh is my strength. For the Lord Yahweh is my strength and my song.
Yeah, He's our strength. He's the one who has us out here.
And our song.
And our song, you understand? Our song. Because we sing in the Lord's word. You understand?
And He also became my salvation.
You understand? And that is why we're not supposed to fear. Because somebody give me real quick Revelation 14 and I believe it's 7.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 7.
On your man voice.
It says Revelation chapter 14 verse 7. Say with a loud voice. Revelation 14 verse 5. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High.
Yeah, we are without fault before the Most High. Like guess what? Like, hey, people in the country looking at us like we're terrorists. But what is the act that we're doing to deem us as terrorists? Because we speak in these words. Guess what? Yahushua was a terrorist. The disciples were terrorists. You understand? Because once you are against Rome, you consider a terrorist. So guess what? We are proud terrorists. But guess what? There's nothing they could do to condemn us. The only thing they could do is bring line accusations against us. That's why the scripture says there's no guile found in their mouth. But always preaching is thus say the Lord. If you ever probably saying them, burn the books. Burn the books. You understand? You'll patrol, you'll pass, you'll stop, you'll come and ask all the questions that you want, but guess what? All you're gonna hear is thus say the Lord.
That's right.
Hey, when we say the Most High gonna destroy America, read Revelation 18. Alright? Read Revelation 18. And you know, they know who is the prophet of the Lord. Because in church they were telling that too, America is Babylon, they're gonna be destroyed. Go in the church and stop them from preaching. Nah, you don't do that. Because why? You know who the true prophets are. Go ahead.
It says John chapter 7 verse 17. If any man will do his will, he will know of the doctrine, whether it be of God or whether I speak of myself.
Yeah, what I speak of myself. You understand? So they know we speak in prophecies. That is why the average police wouldn't have no problem with us. That's why the call always coming from up top. Always coming from up top. He wants closer to the elites. You understand? Like Saturday night. Call always coming from up top. But guess what? We don't care. We here. We've been here. And we still gonna be here.
That's right.
Until Lord. And guess what? As Yahweh Shai say, you ain't take my life, I lay it down.
Can't.
So don't think you take me off the streets. Most High take me off the streets. So that is the time when the gates of repentance seal. When we gotta come out and preach no more. Until then, right here we're gonna be. So you could profile, you could do whatever the hell you want. Guess what? We are the men of the Lord. We're the true prophets of the Lord. His name is Yahweh and his son's name is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And he's coming back to do judgment.
That's right.
Isaiah 28 and 15. Somebody get that. Go ahead. Right? Yeah, the scriptures say, Luke 21:15, you give us some mouth and a word of wisdom that our adversaries should not be able to gain. Say, no basically come against. You understand? Because why? We speak in none but terrorism. You talk about we Muslims. Who the hell is Muslims? You ever see a Muslim with a Bible? You ever see a Muslim with cane, bro?
I see a Muslim come out here and preach.
You understand?
Psalms 23 verse 4. Yet though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Yeah, we in the shadow of the valley of death. We enter into the valley of the shadow of death. Yahweh Shai say, I will work the works while it is day, for the night cometh when no man shall work. We enter into that night, into the valley of the shadow of death. But guess what? We not fear no evil. Even if we've been put to death, we not fear no evil.
That's right.
You understand? Because one thing we sure, we ain't doing this to gain 100 naked boys. We're doing this because we know we're gonna receive salvation.
That's
You
right.
understand? We sure, we fully persuaded that's gonna happen. We fully persuaded that Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, gonna avenge our blood.
That's
Praise
right.
to Revelation chapter 6 verse 9 to 10. You understand? Praise to Jude chapter 16, 17. Worms and fire in your flesh. That's right. You understand?
It says,
Just like when Yahweh Shai gave up the ghost, the temple rent, that is when you know that a prophet has been among you. Guess what? When the last elect seal, then you're gonna know a prophet has been among you. When you see them chariots coming from the east, then you're gonna know now. Messed up. We really messed up. We should have never dealt with these men so. Go ahead.
it says, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Yeah, the words of the Most said to comfort us. You understand? That is what comforting us right now. Precious in the eyes of the Most High is the death of the saints. If you kill us, is the Most High kill us. This is what the scriptures say. And not two sparrows sold, and not a sparrow sold with two patents. It says, and not one of them shall fall to the ground unless the Most High say. Guess what? We are more precious than a 1,000 sparrows. Do you really think you can kill us? The Most High is the one who taking our life. Because why? It's a sacrifice unto the Lord.
Yes, sir. The Psalms 27 and 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?
Yeah, whom shall I fear? The scripture say, hey, walk in the light and you will see. He is our light. Guess what? Even if we didn't have eyes, we will still see. Because we don't walk by sight, we walk by faith. Go ahead.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is my strength of my life. Whom
Guess
shall I
what?
be afraid?
Samson didn't need eyes to kill them Philistines.
That's right.
He had Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
That's right.
Go ahead.
When the wicked, even my enemies, my foes came upon me to eat up my flesh.
Guess what? Paul didn't have eyes, but he still reached to get healed. Because why? He had faith, because he knew we really saved him. 3 days he was blind. But he had faith that he was going to reach where he was going. You understand? Go ahead.
They stumbled and
Elisha was
fell.
40 days in the wilderness fasting. But guess what? He had faith that the angels would come and minister unto him. No.
They stumbled and fell, Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me.
Yeah, guess what? Judas Maccabees, 8,000 men was with him. You feel Judas was afraid? 8,000 men killed 120,000. You know it says 8,000 men killing 120,000. The scriptures there for our sake, Romans 15 and 4, that we shall have faith and comfort in the scriptures. That is why I read the scriptures. You want faith, read the scriptures. Pray faith. Pray faith, and you will get. Wherever you lack, pray faith, and you will get from the Lord. You have a shine.
That's right.
Don't wait when you pray.
Though
And
war,
guess what? Sometimes situations can take place, and that will raise your faith. Faith boost. Lord always give you faith boosters. All right, go ahead.
though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident.
In this will I be confident. Understand? David was a mighty man of valor. Yeah, David get frightened, but guess what? The time to get on his knees, David went and do it, and David rise through the Spirit of the Lord.
That's
Right now, we have to be looking towards the Lord, because guess what? The enemy looking at us. The enemy won't take us. Scripture says, "I send you in the midst of scorpions." You understand? In the midst of scorpions. But if not for Yahweh Shem Yahshai, guess what? We dead long time. That's why we know this is the truth. That's why we know this is the truth. Go ahead.
Psalms 91 and 4. It says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thou trust.
Yeah, guess what? Right now we're under the Lord feathers. And in that day the Lord's gonna show with them feathers, and we're gonna be taken up. Alright? We're under the feathers. We can't see them right now unless the Lord chooses to open the eyes. But it has angels right over, it has a child right over our head.
That's right. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Yeah, when we begin to be like shield and buckler to keep us from the fiery darts of the devil. When Satan come and probably trying to take the children and torture them, you're like, guys, well, do what you have to do. Is the Most High give me that? The Lord can take it back. The Lord give it and the Lord take it away. Shall we receive good of the Most High, not receive the evil? You really think you killing my child? You put my child to sleep. Good. You understand? Good. But guess what? When I come back, you better pay debt. Well,
Thou shalt be afraid for the terror by thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night.
yeah, during the time martial law, them plague, them destruction, when the enemy coming like a flood, we ain't gonna be afraid. Alright? Habakkuk says he saw destruction and he still rejoice. Go ahead.
Nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
Yeah. Guess what? The arrow that fly by this, them nuclear missiles, we ain't gonna be afraid. We gonna see them missiles coming, and we know any second now, the Lord Yahweh Hashem and Shai can take us up. Understand? Go ahead.
Nor for the
confidence. It's with confidence. Another word for confidence is faith. Go ahead.
nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Yeah, you cannot be afraid of nothing. Lord is my whom should I be afraid? Understand? Somebody give a Jeremiah 49.
1,000 shall fall by thy side,
Not Jeremiah 49. Isaiah. Read that.
1,000 shall fall by thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
It shall not come nigh thee. You ain't gonna come near with it. Understand? Isaiah 51. 7 to 8.
First one?
And then this one goes on to 12.
First verse of the chapter.
7 to 8 and 12.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Psalms 91 and 1.
This is Isaiah 51, verse 7 to 8. It says, hearken unto me, he that know righteousness.
Yeah, hearken unto he that know righteousness. You don't listen to everybody because all people don't know righteousness. They know righteousness and righteousness slap them in the head. Alright? Go ahead.
It says, the people in whose heart is my law,
Go ahead.
fear ye not the reproach of men.
Yeah, don't fear the reproach of men. Like when they're coming against us, talking shit, alright, speaking evil against us because we don't know we same right with them. Don't fear that. Guess what? We know that is to come. That is what happened to Yahweh Shai. That happened to the disciples. So we know that guess what? We're gonna have to go through that same thing. But guess what? That is our glorification. Because at the end of the day, the Lord will reward us for being steadfast in all that. Waiting the fight, the trials are. Is that the fullness of adversity? Is that it cannot go other way. You can't go around this, you can't go under this, you can't go over this, you have to go through it. So stop praying to escape it. Pray to endure it. Stop praying to come out them trials. Pray to endure it. Stop praying that the Lord don't let you get caught up in martial law or the day of Jacob's trouble. Pray that the Lord gives strength to endure it. And if it's the Lord's will for you not to endure it, then it's the Lord's will.
That's right.
Alright? But stop praying to escape it, pray to endure. Because if you don't pray like this, let me say like some big epidemic coming. Alright? And it's supposed to, just roughly speaking, because I believe in Esau vaccines anyway. But let me say, like you were supposed to take a vaccine to prevent against it. And it ain't take the vaccine. What you're gonna do in that day when the disease comes, most likely you're gonna catch it. Because your immune system wasn't built up to withstand the disease, the epidemic. And it's like this, the disease is Esau. The vaccine is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, the faith from Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Pray for strength in you, pray for endurance. You wouldn't endure completely, you have to really endure it, which means to harden. Understand? Huh? You understand? Pray for that. The scripture says, make that ammunition strong. You understand? Pray for strength in you, stop praying to escape it. Lead out to the Lord. Go ahead.
Yeah, speak loud, eh?
Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 19 says, Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save what reported, and gather her that was driven out. And I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I will gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all the people of earth. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes, said Yahweh.
Yeah, turn back your captivity before your eyes. So like when the Lord take us in the holy city, guess what? All them people gonna see me, but these them men was out there preaching. They feel you too poor for everybody to see me face. So in that day, you know why that them men. That is them men. But guess what? 2 days ain't gonna understand scripture said the people shall not understand. But the wicked shall be wicked. They ain't gonna understand. And I'm glad the wicked didn't understand. Because guess what? I have a long hit list. And I pray that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai just use me as a sword. As a sharp instrument having teeth. You understand? I'm gonna rejoice to do the Lord's will. And I'm sure the angels is rejoiced too well.
Psalm 34 verse 19 says, Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivered him out of them all.
Yeah, the Lord delivered out of them all. Hey, if it's the dead, guess what? You ain't know that the Lord just delivered you. The Lord just delivered you. That is just a sting. And a sting is for a short moment. Understand? Read. Ask for something that is just known about. Can't remember what ask for. Isaiah 28:15. Ask for something else.
This is Isaiah 57 verse 1. The righteous perish, and no man laid it to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. He shall enter into peace, they shall rest in their beds, each one walking in his uprightness.
Yeah, so they're going to understand. You understand? Psalms 91. I can't remember the verse. Read yours out.
This is 2 Timothy 3 verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Mashiach Yahushai shall suffer persecution.
Yeah, all that live godly in Yahushai Mashiach shall suffer persecution. All them scriptures, you ain't gonna escape. Why do you think you're going through persecution? So that in the day of Jacob's trouble, you're well equipped. You're well equipped.
Yeah,
Alright?
faith. You'll stand up and endure.
Yeah, because you know Esau, Esau doesn't come and cut off your head just so. Esau might torture you before you cut off your head. Just pray for strength. Understand where? What?
Sirach chapter 2 verse 1.
Read Maccabees. Read book of Maccabees, chapter 7. Go ahead.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, in time of trouble. Like when the Lord put you through hardship. Alright, you might be a rich boy in the world, but then when you come in the truth, you're kind of catching your ass right through, you have no money, you hardly get anything to eat. For months, you might have a slipper, you can't even get shoes. Might have one pants, and when that pants, you might sort of call you Mickey Mouse, because you're in one costume all the time. But guess what? The time comes when you're going to take you from the lowest state, but only when you how to say, only when you accept and just receive the Lord doing tell you humble yourself. Because the Lord doing that to actually just make you just to win you from the world, make you desire the things of the world.
It's all, yeah, Solomon said it's all vanity anyway.
Understand? Man should not live by bread alone. The Lord was doing that in the wilderness. I think the Lord is doing in the wilderness and people right now.
It said, verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And one more verse. For gold is tried in fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Years and still banging. Imagine the kind of tribulation and
and he ain't letting up. It's not like he getting softer. He getting harder. He coming raw.
In no pain in adversity, thy strength is weak. Understand? We know weak men. We know pussy ass men. Understand? And you are seeing the military clothes, but I only outward, he's the military outside, the military inside. Understand? Well,
yeah, this is Isaiah 41 and 14. He said, fear not, thou war of Jacob, and he men of Israel. I will help thee, said the Lord Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah. So fear not. And I said, hey, that one I was asking for. Yeah, you see, you didn't finish. Go back to that then. Yeah.
Isaiah 51, I'll read over verse 7. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law. Fear ye not the reproach of men, neither be ye afraid of their reviling.
Yeah, so don't be afraid, bro.
For the mud shall eat them.
Yeah, because they're gonna die. But the Lord promised us life. That way the son in 2 Maccabees said what? We shall have rest in life, but you shall have no part in the resurrection. But
it says, mud eat up like a garment, and the worm shall eat them like wool. But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation. Verse 12, it says, I, even I am he that comforted you. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die?
Yeah, we're gonna be afraid of a man that's gonna die. He's gonna dead. 2/3 gonna dead. We are afraid of them for. That's the word Isaiah 20. Don't be afraid of them. Let them be and leave with the word. You understand? Once we with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we know we standing on sure ground. Scripture says the foundation of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai standing sure. You understand? Having this seal. Having this seal. Having this knowledge in here. Having the seed of the kingdom of heaven in here. Just remember, guess what? It will go through hardship, but it's gonna blossom soon and very soon. We are the end. That's right. Alright? We are the end. Destruction coming. That's right. We're looking for nothing here, we're looking to escape. We are what we can't be shoot. Soon as we get the on boots, that's going out. Understand? Go ahead.
Right? And of the Son of Man, and it says, and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass.
Made as grass. Understand?
It says, 1 Peter 3 verse 14, it says, but and if you suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye,
And be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled.
Yeah, don't be afraid of the trouble.
Verse 17 it says, for it is better if the will of the Most High be so, that he suffer for well doing than for evil doing.
Yes, both sides will. Because you suffer for well doing. Understand? We're doing well doing. Once we're doing this, and we know we've been penalized and prosecuted just for doing this, guess what? We know we're doing something good. Understand? So don't let the tribulation we're going through make you fall off of this truth. Understand? Because majority of the time men leave this truth because they get disenchanted because them looking for the kingdom of heaven and hasten about the Creator. Don't hasten about the Lord. Shiva say you have need of patience. Remember that.
Actually, Salakia, to be humble is to be brought low. So the Most High humbling us with each and every adversity to for us to put our total trust in Him.
Hey, I can't forget that we had lifetimes of sin.
Can't.
Shit that we going through is because of our sins. Scripture said He would not leave us altogether unpunished. We going through Scripture say we suffer because of our iniquities. Saying He has spared not His own Son. Oh, He not going to spare us, He will not spare His own Son. We're going through it because of our sins, such as Israel portions.
Some people will come to the truth today and enter into the kingdom tomorrow. Now you have to go through it. Because that is only how you're going to learn. And as Eliyahu did say, the Most High put us on this side to learn, what is wickedness in order to appreciate righteousness. So on that side we'll be good kings. I mean, we're going to rule them nations in regard, but we won't be wicked kings. What is the thing about it?
Solomon said it's all vanity again too. So what? Vanity is what? Pride. Pride coming before the destruction. So the Most High had to take away that pride. He's taking away that pride. Every adversity is pride. Pride being removed too. I Satan right there. Prince and power here. Yeah, something.
Isaiah 28 verse 15 says, because ye have said we have made a covenant with death and with hell, are we at agreement?
Yeah, so they made a covenant with death and hell. Death and hell is talking about what? White man system. You understand? You make a league with Esau, you feel that you're going to be safe. You feel that because when martial law comes, you're going to be safe. Alright? Esau storing up food. See this? All you have to take in this train, all you have to watch this train. Yeah. Because here we're going on right now, the vampires take over and they implement martial law. You don't let nobody see you with food, they're locking you up. Matter of fact, anybody that do they can have that thing to point at, anybody that do that, basically they're locking you up, they're rounding you up. And to get food and water, whatever the case is, you have to donate blood. Once they donate blood, you get your food. That blood donation come with the chip. Once they take the chip, you can get food, you can get water. That coming. So you saying, alright, do this and then you're gonna live good. So believe once you make that league with Esau, you're gonna be good. The scripture say in Isaiah 8, set out a confederacy with these people. Don't make no league with them. Forget them. Just stay strong in Yahweh Hashem El Shai.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 13 verse 15, that everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Shall fall by the sword. Understand? When you had a mark on it, that thing on your hand, that band, that come like the mark of the beast. Chip. You understand? Because it's like a band. It's like, basically like an elastic band you put around your hand. So sure, alright, you're done in the system already. You understand? You're done in the system already. So once you come and be found with that band, guess what? You know they have a shimmer shy. They're gonna destroy you.
This is you what?
This is Jeremiah chapter 42 verse 11. Be not afraid of the king of Babylon, of whom ye are afraid. Be not afraid of him, said the Lord Yahweh, for I am with you to save you, and to deliver you from his hands. And I will show mercy unto you, that he may have mercy upon you, and cause you to return to your own land.
Yeah, cause us to return to our own land. We're going back to the land. You understand? We're going to go back, Lord. But guess what? Over there in the east right now, that is not the land of Israel. That is the land of Esau. The land of Israel is going to be where the Garden of Eden. Over there is a desert and wasteland. It had gay parades. How the hell that could be the chosen people of the Lord? Them white devils, the red devils. It's not a coincidence why every time you watch a movie, the devil always red. Ain't no coincidence. Understand? Ain't no coincidence you always read. Esau is the devil. He's the devil the scripture speaks of. Understand?
Going back to the band, Revelation.
People they want to say that the devil gonna be destroyed when the Lord come back. Yeah, you're right. Esau gonna be destroyed when the Lord come back. That's right. Understand? As the brother said, we ain't no blasted war in the heavens with the most high. We shut and fight like this. Lord, nigga, please. Please. Esau even gonna choose to fight against the Lord. Most high gonna put it in his heart to do that. Most high gonna make Esau do that just to destroy him. That is theatrics, that is drama. Go ahead.
Going back to the band. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
And you know what when people will take that trip? Because people care about this flesh more than anything. They care about this flesh more than anything. They care about this life more than anything. If the Lord said don't take that trip, and because we eat for 2 weeks, we will say, no, fuck that, I eat, I'm going to take that trip. We care about this flesh. We take it, the most are going to destroy you. Because the more you get hungry, the more you're going to get weak. And the more your mind going to start to bug out. And easier now, Satan going to get into your mind and say, nah, here it is good. That scripture too full, and I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't talking about the physical man. You want to eat your food. You really think the most I go war you eat not eating? That's now the scripture say, Lord is love. Like how Satan going to come in your mind. And you dumbass going to want to take that trip. Because why? You wasn't rooted and grounded in this truth. Go ahead.
It says, and with Salakia, the cup of his, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Yeah, in the presence of the elect, because the elect cannot receive that destruction. Understand? Yeah, how I answer this?
Yeah. This is Psalm chapter 1. Psalm chapter 118 verse 6. It said, the Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do unto me? He said, the Lord taketh my part with them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me.
Yeah, you're gonna see desire. That's why he said in Psalm, he said, Lord, the enemies speak against his lips. When shall he die? When the wicked get undead. You understand? If Ezra was saying, Lord, just bring everybody back one time and just do your judgment. The men that died for this truth was saying, Lord, how long are you going to take before you judge the world for the blood that they shed? You understand how long? Every time I pray, Lord, have mercy upon me that seek after him in truth and sincerity. But upon them I pray they bring swift destruction. Jeremiah said, we hear them pray. You understand? We don't want the Most High to listen to all they pray. We beg the Most High to hear all they pray. Or cry unto him. Well,
Psalms 194.
All they hear is vanity. You understand? And as I was saying earlier on, that the Bible slowly but surely fading from people's hearts. Now guess what? Christmas is supposed to be so-called great of the Lord. But you notice they don't hear nothing about the Lord. no more in Christmas. Everything is Santa. Santa this, Santa that. You understand? And I'm glad too, you know. Because they stop bringing that blasphemy and talk about the Lord going to 2027. I'm glad. You understand? But I just to prove that the Bible slowly and surely going. You understand? You're returning back to Egypt. The scripture talk about that. People returning back to Egypt. When you talk about that, mean what? But they're going back to worshiping idols. And I'm glad. So that all they can be destroyed. Because they don't want to listen to the mighty Lord. You understand?
I can bring this. This is Nahum chapter 1 verse 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked.
Yeah, the only thing I acquit the wicked, the only thing I just say, let us I ain't going to read Esau and Yahweh. He said, Lord say he will not acquit the wicked. Alright, look up what he acquit and see what I mean. You understand? Like slavery done, so like we supposed to just let go. You understand? We supposed to just say, alright, cool. Slavery
I forgive
done.
you.
Slavery
I forgive
just sing kumbaya. Let it be red and yellow, black and white. Let me have a little black boy and a little white girl holding her up on the hilltop. Fuck that shit. We're not about that shit. The Most High said, don't forget.
Yeah.
Esau had to be punished for what he did.
Yeah, how was I forget?
Alright? How you gonna just bring us in slavery, torture us, and all the other kingdoms of the world was being put to death and destroyed for touching us. And the so-called white man are down here that shot altogether go unpunished? Come on, man, Esau, you had a drink of that cup too.
So, acquitted, set free, rid of, to discharge as a claim or debt, to clear off, to pay off, to requite.
Yeah, so basically, Lord ain't gonna release you from your debt. You gotta pay your debt in full. Matter of fact, you gotta pay with interest too. You gotta pay with interest. Lord said, give him double. So you can't handle double of the torment you went through. You cannot handle double. When you really think about it, the scripture talk about them that were made my enemies without cause. When we do you that you come and do all this wickedness, the Native Americans, look what it was. And you come all the way over here and cut off their belly, kill the children, cut off their limbs, rape them, rob them, murder them, and then taught your red ass how to wipe your ass.
So like, just to add on that, as you say Native American, but that same American football that them either might love, they get our football from cutting off the Native American breast and stuffing it and stitching it back up. That's how it had that shape like a nipple, because it was actually a Native American breast. That's what they used to be doing, cutting off the native's breast. You understand?
We're gonna have Esau up in museums too. Like this woman, I can't remember the name of the woman, but they always showing she they had the picture inside nature, there was no color line.
Oh, with the big bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They cut off she vagina,
yeah.
and they had she that blasted museum. Like how you had Jake.
She had big hips and big ass and thing, and big lips.
We're gonna have you in a museum. The museum you're gonna be in.